Hello there. Welcome to Ask Sue London podcast. I'm Sue London, and today I have a new experience for you. I am going to give some messages to a very special lady named Sara. She's here with us today. Thanks, Sara, for joining us.
Wow.
Sara's not alone on the call. She's got two puppies on the other side that I'm going to give Sara messages from. So if you are watching this and you want to receive messages or you have questions about where you are at, you can go to my website, asksuelondon.com, and there you'll see the different ways I can help you. If your pet or yourself need healing, I have a membership program. You can see all the details around everything that I'm doing. So that's asksuelondon.com. Now, Sara, I want to thank you for coming on this call today with me and letting me share your amazing puppies. And I'm saying puppies, but the one is really standing out to me. And I know you had reached out and you wanted to have a message from Sweetie. Now, Sweetie crossed over recently, right? And she is a special girl, and I was feeling her crossing, like I was telling you earlier, and she's been coming to me a lot and giving me messages. So it was, as I was saying, all this is meant to be how all of this unfolded today, because Sweetie's on a mission with you. And I kind of want to tell you, like, this is really big for you. So I'm not only talking about Sweetie, but I know she had her boy with her, like her guy. And like you had mentioned, Cesar, they were like husband and wife. So, but Sweetie is kind of the talker in the group, but they're doing it together. So the way you can look at this is that you had Sweetie in your life for a long time. You helped her through a lot. And she crossed at the time when she knew that you were ready and stronger, and she'd helped you through what you needed. So then, okay, like she crossed, but it's not the end. She crossed over and now she is your angel and joined Cesar. So the two of them have teamed up. And I don't know if you remember, I don't know if you saw the story I wrote about my dog Gus, how, the night before he told me he had to cross over and he had to help me help the world, like get out there globally, and all these miracles and magic were happening. And 2 days later, I'm started receiving all these kinds of awards. Well, that is what Cesar and Sweetie are doing for you. But it's funny, Sweetie's like, give me credit. I want the credit for this. So basically what's happening is they want you, and I'm saying they, but it's Sweetie that's like, tell me, mom, what it is you want exactly for your business. Because she knows you're ready. They know you're ready, but they want you to be clear on what it is you want. And you need to know that Sweetie is so healthy. She went through a lot. She's so healthy. She's ripping around, running and playing. And the two of them are like wrestling and playing, and they're always with you. And I'm sure you must feel cold, right? Because you're very empathic. Do you
Yes.
feel them with you? Yeah. So that's your reminder to ask them for what it is you want. And they want you to tell them what it is exactly what you need at this time and going forward. And they also want you to do things with intention. So when you go to do something, only do stuff that's work related where you want success when your energy's at a high vibration and you're really passionate and in that high energy. Do you understand? Like if you're
Yes.
tired, don't do it because it won't be successful. Does that make sense to you?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay. So, but these cards you have, they're big. They are really, really, really big. And they keep popping up on my social media. And I get drawn to it. It's like, oh, yep, this is the one. It's like, yeah, these are 100% accurate. And you have something there. And what they're saying is they want you to tell them what is your ultimate goal and desire for you creating your business in a bigger way. and don't think small, but think big. So, have you got like a coaching program designed for the people that see the card and they reach out to you? Do you have that in place yet?
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay, so that's coming, just so you know. So it's kind of like, you have your cards and then people see them, and you want to add in the piece that Sweetie's telling me is that have a call to action. So they're 100%. They are the vibration I feel from them. It's like I'm sizzling. Like they're powerful. You're very gifted. When you have them, you want to get them to take the next step action. So, let's chat how I can help you. Let's book an appointment. I work with people and I always say, if you're not sure how I can help you, let's book a free 15-minute call. So, you can set up on Zoom scheduler, that like, let's book a 15-minute call, and then think about what it is you want. Talk to your puppies, because you're going to get the feeling of what is right and what's not, and then you're going to hear, I need to go here, and you're not sure, but you're going to follow through immediately and go there, and you're going to be connected to the right person for something. And I see that there is a woman and there's also a man that are going to help you to take these cards to a bigger level. And I'm not sure if it's our friend in Maryland that it's the one or not. I don't feel that is the one. Just so you know that we've talked about before. I
Yes.
feel that there's two new people that are very spiritual and really understand your cards. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yes. It's
Right?
exciting.
So yeah, it very much is. And every time I see this, like, oh my gosh, I've got to reach out to this girl. And then like I get this message from you. It's like, okay, thank you, sweetie. And so like really put out your intention, what it is that you want. Like you really want to take time to really say, like, what is it that I really want and what it is my goal? Because you don't want to just, keep posting that up there and then no one taking the next step. And the next step is missing right now. Does that make sense to you? Do you
Yes.
understand that part? Yeah.
Hmm.
And because I know you're very gifted, and I'm saying that to you a lot because I want you to know you are very, very gifted. And you have do you have a website yet? Do you have a website
Hmm.
now?
Yes.
So are your cards on there?
Yes.
Okay. So I I need you to tell our listeners what this website is, because they need to see
Okay.
these cards because they're going to feel it.
It's
So tell everybody what your website is for them to see your cards.
a touch of SAZ, SAZ.com.
V as
And
in
so
Victor.
Z as in zebra.
That's us American Canadian. I hear a V
Yeah.
and you said a Z. Z. I say
Yeah.
Z, you said Z. So Z. Perfect. So
So the SAZ
I am
is my
go ahead.
initials. SAZ is my initials, Sara Ann Zimmerman. So
Okay, perfect. So that'll make it easier. And you know what? In the description area on underneath the video, like on YouTube, we'll post your link so that people can see these cards. Now, where are you with the cards right now? Are you just doing readings, or can people buy the cards or order them? Where's all that at?
so you can still order them, and I do readings. Right now, I'm
Okay.
in a stage where I'm revamping them because I've developed them a while ago, like years,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so it's like they're in the first stage of what I've created them for. And so I want to kind of keep that, but I also want to evolve them into a deck where people can order a deck.
Yeah, yeah, and that's where I feel that's where you want to, put out the intention that you have the right person with the right energy to create them, produce them, because you want that energy, right? That really good, strong energy, positive. high vibrational energy in them. And then you want to, like, I feel like what happened with me when I first started, people were coming to me for healings. And then, I was just getting messages for them and sharing. And then they were like, okay, so much, guide me and coach me. And that's where I see it's going to happen for you. It's going to evolve for that. So it's like, you've got the cards, you've got the readings. They can book online readings with you now. Is that right? They can
Correct.
have that. Perfect. So, and if anyone's listening, this girl knows her stuff. This girl is 100% accurate. So I want to encourage anyone listening to this, you go to this girl's website and you book a reading with her, because she's really, really good at what she does. And sorry, Sarah, I have to give you a plug, because
Thank you.
like they're amazing. And like I've told you from the beginning, you have something with these cards. And so it's like you're going to take, and this is going to evolve into something bigger. And like, for me with Gus, like Gus said, he had to help me get out in the world. And, like I've got over 100,000 that have seen me on my YouTube. So I would suggest that, you're posting videos, like showing your cards, like say, hey, this card, did you pick this card? And this is what this message is. And, but have videos as well, because your energy, your presence, it is beautiful. And people want to see that. And the videos are what are going to sell for you. Because that's what happens to me. Like, people want to see me in videos too, right? So that's something that, it doesn't cost money. And like, it's crazy. I was never on TikTok before, but TikTok, like, there's a big audience on that. And so, but believe me, I thought that was just for younger kids. Now,
Right.
my age is showing now, I know, right? But yeah, I'm on every platform now. And that's where you need to get yourself. And even like, hey, here's the message for today. And, which card are you choosing? And okay, if you pick this one, this is what it is. If you pick this one, this is what it is. And that's what I would say is doing that also video way, as well as if you want to have it the way you do it now. So does that kind of give you an idea what, it's like, you're not in this business alone. Sweetie and Cesar, like, they're like, to me, one dog, because they're so connected, right? And so like they're attached at the hip. And so if you
Mhm.
hear me say he or she, it's like meaning both of them, right? And so
Yeah.
they are like sitting there like, Mom, what do you want? Mom, tell us honestly, what is you want? Because the other side won't help us. Like, they'll help us to an extent, but they know what we really truly need. And they want to hear from you what it is you want. And if you just say, like, I want to take this to the next level, or connect me. And I mean, what's happening in my life. And I just like, okay, Gussie, bring it on. And the other side, they create such amazing miracles that, like, I drop my jaw every day what I know my dogs are doing for me, right? And
Like,
that's what
especially
Sweetie and Cesar
unexpected.
want to do for you.
Yeah, especially unexpectedly, you know?
Yeah.
Eh,
Yeah, exactly, right. And so that's where, like, Sweetie, and like, she's like, I'm the one that wants to be number one. It's even though Caesar's right there and he's like, it's kind of like a husband, let her talk, kind of thing,
Well,
right? But
that's what I called them.
right.
That's what I called them, a husband and wife. And Sweetie would always be front, and then she'd have backup. So Caesar would be kind of in the backup, protecting, right? Because he was bigger than her. And then when you said connecting with the hip, he would lay
Yeah.
down. She would always lay on his hip.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay,
Mhm.
that's crazy. Well, and they're still doing it, and they're always going to do that. And these dogs were in your life in other lifetimes too. You knew that. Did
Oh.
you know that? Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And so they've always helped you. They've always been together. They've always been your dogs. And so they've helped you through a lot in different lifetimes, where this is a lifetime for, getting you out there in a very big way. And, when, they crossed, it hit you really hard, correct? It was
Yeah.
harder than others. And this is what happens. And I want everyone watching this, is that when you have this soul connection with a pet, and sometimes you don't understand, like, why am I crying so hard over this one and maybe another one you don't? It's because you have that soul connection with them. And so you have this soul connection and you will be together, the three of you again in another lifetime. So, but for now, they're like, no holding back, just expect the unexpected but only work when you feel like you have the high vibration energy. And I know for me, I'm changing. I have been changing, and I do only work when I'm at this high vibration because this veil's so thin, the energy, it really affects, if we're not supposed to work, we're supposed to be going to a waterfront for a walk or something. That's what our energy and our soul needs. So that's why I'm saying, don't waste your time trying to push stuff happen. It's better for you to say to Sweetie and Cesar, okay, this is what I need. And then like, let it go for a walk to the water, or, go and where you're traveling now, and, like doing things like that. Right. So does that kind of give you an idea, like what you need to do for your next steps?
It's
Sort of.
it's a lot. No, definitely. It's a lot of great advice and
Yeah.
things that the clarity I needed, for sure.
Good. Yeah, and like things don't have to cost money to, for promotion. And we're really lucky that we're in a world where everyone uses social media. But the part that's missing, because you haven't made videos, have you? Have you made videos?
I made videos years ago when I first started with the cards, but not updated
Yeah.
them to more of like
Okay.
me being me, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. And see, your energy is beautiful. Your soul, your energy, you're just a beautiful, beautiful soul. And the world looks and feels people when they see their videos. And that is what's going to attract people to you. And this is what happens to me as well. And so, you're going to have more success by them seeing you and hearing you in videos. And, like you can just sit at your computer and have it there, or have stands or whatever. Our
Yeah.
friend, connect with him, or I can connect with him if you need some help on how to like set that part up. Or maybe you're holding a card up and do you pick 1, 2, or 3 or something? And okay, did you pick this
Okay.
one? Okay, this is what this means. And then okay, so your next step, how I can help you is let's book a full consultation and I'll do a full reading on you. Does that make sense? But
Per-
literally TikTok, Instagram, and I post on Instagram 5 days a week. You have to be consistent. And on YouTube, you have to do it like 30-second shorts, Monday to Friday. You have to be consistent, because when you're not, then you won't be like, it's like how that all those algorithms work. You won't be seen, right? So you have
okay.
to be consistent. And when you post on
Okay.
Instagram, it will automatically go on your Facebook. I sound like I'm a real marketing person here, don't I? Oh my gosh, I'm hearing myself here. But this is kind of the stuff that I've learned, and this is what's, got my numbers really high, and that's your next step. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So yeah,
Perfect.
I'm really excited to see your first video. So you've got my email address. Send it to me.
Okay. I will.
So, does that sound good? Did you have any last question or anything that I haven't covered? Your
No,
dogs
you
are really on a mission for you.
yeah, you covered everything. I miss them, but hearing from them, I mean, it helps everything, you know? And
Yeah, and well too, and the fact that they're your business partners now, they have more pull in creating miracles than they did when they were with you. And like, I'm saying that I understand, like, Gussie is not with me where I'm holding him, but I'm seeing him. And like, it's literally every day a phone call comes in. It's like, thanks, Gussie. And I see him stay beside me wagging his tail. And it's like, yeah, he's taking full credit. I know. And I give it to him, right? And that's where, your babies are your angels now. And they know they have to help mom be out there helping the world heal. And where all these healers now have to step forward, and don't let any fears hold you back, because this is your time. And this is why they're on the other side, to support you in a much bigger way. And you had a lot of support from them when they were here, right? So it's going to be even
Yes.
bigger. Right.
Okay.
So talk to them constantly. If you get scared, if you're fearful or something, I journal every day. And that's another thing that they're saying is, don't hold any like what ifs or fears in, because that's going to affect that vibration. Right. And just talk with them, journal it. And then when they read, when they know what you're writing, they're going to do their magic to make that kind of clear kind of thing. I'm really excited for you. I'm really excited. Do you see why when you reached out and I said, no, that can't be like a one sentence thing, we had to
Yep.
talk for 20 minutes?
Yeah.
I will be able to sleep tonight now that I told you, because Sweetie kept coming to me. And I'm at a farmer's market last Friday, and I said to my husband, Ross, and he's like, well, who are you talking to now? I said, oh, it's Sweetie. Oh, well, what does she have to say? And I was, oh, I got to just, these cards. And I'm
Yeah.
going like this in the middle of a farmer's market, these cards.
And
So,
it's interesting because she'd always be sitting, like I do it at a table, and I have her dog
yeah,
bed right next to me,
yeah,
and she would always be there. And I left her dog bed there after she passed, so I can continue
yeah.
just energetically having her with
Yes,
me.
yeah, and she's there, and if you haven't seen her yet, you will start seeing her as your vibration is growing and you're really getting like focused, in the cards, and like letting go of anything that's concerning you, because
Okay.
like they've got your back in a very big way, a huge way. I'm really excited. Did I mention that? I'm really excited for you.
Thank you
So,
so much,
um,
too.
you're very welcome. Well, I love you, my friend, and you are a very, very, very gifted, special soul. And tell everyone again your website where they are going to go and see your cards.
A touch of SAZ.com.
Perfect. So, guys, thank you for joining this very special lady, Sara Zimmerman, as well as her pets on the other side, Sweetie and Cesar. And I'm sure, I've got Gussie here as well, giving his feedback. We've got the whole gang here with us today. So I'm sure that you're going to love this lady, and I really encourage you to go to her website. These cards are phenomenal. Sara, I love you.
Love you,
And
too.
folks, thanks for joining us. And on behalf of my very special guest, Sara, and myself, Sue, I want to wish you much love and many blessings. And I'll see you real soon.